Hey guys, what's up? SaberMarco1 here, and we are back with some Overwatch news. Today we are doing Overwatch Contenders Week 4. So, let's start off with Europe, since they had the third day of the week. So for their first day, which was the Friday, September 8th, their two games were 1-2-3 versus Giganti and Singularity versus Bazooka Puppies. I do have to say, of course, that there are spoilers for these matches, so if you do want to watch them, I would stop watching the video here and then go check out those matches. Before I say anything, the really good matches were like really close and actually really fun to watch were Misfits versus Gamers Origin and Immortals versus F Energy FE, I would say. I guess that's the best I can do. Maybe Giganti versus C9 was also a fun match to watch. Yeah, that one was, but yeah, anyways, let's get on with this. 1-2-3 versus Team Giganti were played the opening game of the week. So, how'd that match go? The game started on Nepal, which Team Giganti took 2-1. Eichenwald, Team Giganti took that 2-1. Hanamura, 1-2-3 took that 1-2-1 to keep their hopes of winning alive, yet Team Giganti stamped those out on Dorado with a 3-2 victory. This was a pretty good upset, showing that Team Giganti can hang with the top teams in Europe. Pretty sure they already lost to Misfits though. No, that was Cloud9 that lost week 1. I don't know. I don't think Giganti faced Misfits yet then. That's going to be an exciting match to watch. The next match was Singularity versus Bazooka Puppies. Well, how'd that game go? As people would expect, actually. Oasis Team Singularity took that 2-0. Kings Row Team Singularity took that 4-3. Hanamura Team Singularity took that 2-1. And Watchpoint Gibraltar Team Singularity took that 3-0 to fill out the 4 Overwatch. Because Bazooka Puppies is pretty much the weakest team in the whole tournament, maybe not besides Renegades. So the next game, we are still staying in Europe because they had the extra day. So week 4, day 2, started off with Singularity versus E United. Let's check out that match next. Team Singularity, as you may know, is the new Team Singularity with Poppy Fresh, Mr. Beck, Smex, Christopher, and Fisher. I forgot which one stayed from the old one, but that was Kellyx that stayed, I'm pretty sure. So they faced E United. And the score was on Nepal, Team Singularity won 2-0. Numbani, Singularity won 3-2. Volskaya, Singularity won 2-1. And Watchpoint Gibraltar to close things off, Singularity won that 3-2. Solidifying that they can also hang with the top teams, and they are a solid 5th team right now. I'm pretty sure they're only behind Gamers Origin. Next match is Misfits versus Gamer Origin. Speak of the devil. So how did Gamers Origin fare against the top team in Europe? Well, on Oasis, Misfits took that 2-0. On Kings Row, Misfits took it 3-2. Hanamura, Gamers Origin took it 2-1. Dorado, Gamers Origin took it 5-4 to force a tiebreaker on Ilios, which Misfits took 2-0. So that was an extremely close match, but Misfits stays unbeaten. Although they haven't dropped a map until they face Gamers Origin, which was a pretty big deal. But next, Misfits face Bazooka Puppies. Actually, wait, we can't do that match yet because I forgot. We need to actually go over to, what's it called? North America. That's who we need to go to, as I accidentally click on the wrong thing. So let's start with Renegades versus Envious. Why not? This is probably, people would have thought would have been the most unbalanced match in the world. It actually wasn't. Although, the score might say it otherwise. Lijiang Tower, Envious won 2-1. Kings Row, Envious won 4-3. Hanamura, Envious won 3-2. And Dorado, Envious won 2-1. Shutting out Renegades, but as you can tell, Renegades made it a close match, even though, really, they lost again. That's what I noticed from Renegades, that they keep losing every game. They keep losing everything, but they make it so close every time. Anyways, let's move on to FaZe versus Rogue. Okay. So, the final score for FaZe versus Rogue, well, we'll get into that, because Nepal, FaZe beat Rogue 2-0. Numbani, FaZe won 4-3. Numbani, FaZe won 4-3, by the way. Rogue hasn't lost Numbani until this point. Full Sky Industries, FaZe and Rogue drew to a 3-3 tie. And Watchpoint Gibraltar, FaZe won 2-1, meaning that FaZe won the match 4-1. Because of the tie, both teams get a point. Basically. And now to finish... No, that finished things off for day 1 or day 2, depending on how you're looking at it. Now let's go into the last 2 matches for Europe, which was, as we almost went to before, Misfits versus Bazooka Puppies. Which Misfits won Oasis 2-0. They won King's Row 4-3. They won Hanamura 2-1. And they won Watchpoint Gibraltar 4-3. Meaning Misfits, to no one's surprise, shut out Bazooka Puppies. And then the last match was Giganti versus C9. So, Lijiang Tower, C9 took 2-1. Giganti took King's Row 2-1. Full Sky Industries, Giganti won 2-1. And Gibraltar, Giganti won 1-0. Which was a sad day for C9 because they're still looking for a playoff spot, and they still could get one. I kind of like C9, so I hope they do. But, of course, have to remain neutral in these videos. So the last 2 matches in NA. First one was Envision versus Kangarana, and then the next one was Immortals versus FNRG FE. Okay, sorry. Envision versus Kangarana. On Nepal, Envision took the first map, 2-1. They took the second map, Eichenwald, 2-1. They took Hanamura, 2-1. And they took Watchpoint Gibraltar, 3-2. Meaning they beat Kangarana in a 4 Overwatch. And finally, Immortals versus FNRG FE. How'd this match go? On Oasis, FNRG FE took it 2-0. On Numbani, Immortals took that map 6-5. Full Sky Industries, FNRG FE took it 2-1. In Dorado, FNRG FE took it 2-1 for a vital victory for them. Really quickly, we're going to the Overwatch Contenders website to look at the standings. I'm sorry I don't have this pulled up. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm just extremely tired, I guess. Okay, so the North American standings. Envious is sitting at top at a solid 4-0. Or 4-0 lead. 4-0 lead, my god, with 15 map wins. Envision's in second with 4-0 with 14 map wins. FaZe is 4-1 with 15 map wins. FNRG FE is snuck into 4th place after the end of this week. They just passed Rogue and Kangarana this week at 2-2 with 8 map wins. Kangarana is at 2-2 with 7 map wins. Rogue is at 2-3 with 10 map wins. Immortals is at 0-5 with 6 map wins. And the Detroit Renegades, I can't talk for the life of me, 0-5 with 1 map win. Now, as we go to Europe, Misfits is sitting at the top at 5-0 with 19 map wins. Giganti is 4-1 with 12 map wins. 123 is 3-1 with 12 map wins. Gamers Origin is at 2-2 with 10 map wins. Cloud9's in 5th place with 2-2 with 7 map wins. Singularity is at 6th place, yep, 2-3 with 8 map wins. E-United is at 7th place at 0-4 with 4 map wins. And Bazooka Puppies is at 0-5 with 2 map wins. So those are the standings, and we'll look at next week's schedule as well as my predictions for that too. We'll say them with the games. So we start off with a extra day for North America. Envious versus Envious versus FNRG FE. Envious is probably going to take that 4-0. Kangarana versus Rogue. I think, now this is just me thinking, but I think Rogue is going to beat Kangarana 3-2. Probably, maybe. Envision versus FNRG FE. This is a surprise. I think FNRG FE is going to upset Envision 3-2 or 3-1. But my guess is going to be a 3-1, actually. FNRG FE over Envision. Detroit Renegades versus Immortals. The 2 teams without a wins. I think Immortals is by far the stronger team. They're going to take that 3-1. Kangarana versus FaZe Clan. FaZe is going to win that. But by how much is the question? I think FaZe is going to win that 4-0. I'm going to give them a 4-0. Envision versus Envious. Envious is going to win 4-0. I'm guessing a 4-0, even though it could easily be a 3-1. But yeah, Envious is winning at 4-0. So yeah, Envision getting 2 losses this week, according to me. Anyways, let's go to Europe on week 5. E United is facing off against Bazooka Puppies. E United is going to win 3-1. 1-2-3 versus Misfits. Misfits is going to win 3-1. Gamers Origin versus Cloud9. Cloud9 is going to win 3-1. Singularity versus Giganti. Giganti is going to win 3-2. I'm guessing that. That's my predictions for that. Also, just a quick thing I wanted to do. As I already said, I am a fan of F Energy FE. However, Kungurana, Rogue, and F Energy FE can still fight for this final 4th spot on the playoffs. Pretty much Envious and Vision FaZe, they're not going to drop out. We pretty much know this. So, how could I'm going to start with F Energy FE. How could F Energy FE make the playoffs? They really, in this scenario, they're facing the top 2 teams. They need to beat one of them. I don't think they're going to beat Envious. As I said before, I think they can beat Envision, and I'm risking my prediction on them beating Envision. If they beat Envision, they have Renegades on the final week, which is a pretty easy win for them. They can get a 4-0 on that. Pretty easy. However, so they'll finish off at, 4-3. Rogue, on the other hand, I predict they'd beat Kungurana to put them at 3-3, but they have Envious the last week, and I think they're not going to beat that. So they're most likely going to finish off the season at 3-4. Kungurana, I have them losing to Rogue, because I think Rogue can beat Kungurana. However, so Kungurana is going to be at 3-2, or 2-3, I mean, and they'll drop to 6th place. Then they face FaZe, and they're going to drop to 2-4, because I don't think they can beat FaZe. But then they face Immortals the last week, and then they'll come back up to 3-4 probably. That's my guess. Yeah, so that's how F Energy FE can make the playoffs, because they'll be 4-3, while Kungurana and Rogue are both 3-4. They just need to beat Envious or Envision, and they're in the playoffs, basically. However, how about Kungurana? How do you want them to make the playoffs? They have to beat Rogue or FaZe, because I think they could beat Immortals, but they have to beat Rogue or FaZe, one of the two, or 2 if they win both games. All 3 of the remaining games, they're 5-2. They're in the playoffs automatically, basically, unless F Energy FE also wins their 5 games, which I don't see happening. However, let's just say they win 2 games to go 4-3. They need the same conditions from from Rogue. Although if they beat Rogue, they basically knock them out of the playoffs. Basically. But if they lose to Rogue, they have to beat FaZe and beat Immortals. F Energy FE, they need them to lose to Envious and Envision, basically. What about Rogue? How would Rogue still make the playoffs? They need to beat Kungurana and Envious to go 4-3. This is for realistically making the playoffs, by the way. I know they could technically squeak in at 3-4, but this is for realism. I'm guessing they would need at least 4 wins to get in. They need to beat Kungurana and Envious, and they need Kungurana to, well, they already lost to Rogue, but they need Kungurana to lose to FaZe then. They also need F Energy FE to lose to Envious and Envision. So basically, if I looked at this, I would say it's Kungurana or F Energy that are going to make it. I mean, Kungurana has the easiest schedule left. So let's see how this goes in week 5. It's going to be an exciting, and it'll decide a lot. This is a good week coming up, so make sure you tune in to some Overwatch Contenders, and I'll see you guys in the next week for some more updates. See ya!